Alright guys, moving on now to Justice League vs. Suicide Squad number 5. This is the penultimate issue of the event. I've been really enjoying this. It's been a straightforward, I know this is a very hit-and-miss comic for a lot of people, but for me, it's just been totally straightforward. It gives you what it sets out to be. It doesn't try to be like, it's all deep thinking. Nah, it's Justice League vs. Suicide Squad, and now Eclipso is in the mix. So, in issue 4, Maxwell Lord had taken control of the Eclipso Gem, which had given him the power to amplify his mind control abilities, and he now controls the Justice League with the exception of Batman. And what happens is that in no less than 13 minutes, he takes control of with the mind-controlled Justice League at his side. Maxwell Lord takes control of the U.S. And from then on, proceeds to just go after everybody. He's like, you know what? I want to have a chat with Amanda Waller. So he sends the mind-controlled Superman back to Bel Rev. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Deadshot, Waller, Batman, and the remains of Lobo, because his head got blown off in the last issue, they are trapped underground, under Bel Rev. Then the mind-controlled Superman shows up and takes Waller and leaves Batman, Deadshot, and Lobo, who's regenerated right after. And they discover Cyborg is there, and he's mind-controlled by Eclipso as well. Meanwhile, and the rest of the Suicide Squad's trying to get him under control. And from there, it turns out that his human side is corrupted, but the machine side, which has like a program running from, of course, the time the crime syndicate showed up and the whole grid thing, he had backup files, and he tells Batman everything. He's like, look, the League is taking control, I'm compromised, there's nobody who can help us. And I literally said to myself, really? You couldn't call Hawkman? Well, Hawkman's kind of busy getting killed. You couldn't call Captain Atom, or was Shazam not available? Constantine? Swamp Thing? Really, there is a whole list of people you could call, Batman, right now to help out. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so Batman literally says, rather than try to rouse everyone's spirits, he looks at Lobo and the Suicide Squad and goes, "We're fucked. We are boned. Straight up. There is nothing we can do here." Meanwhile, Amanda is brought to Lord, and Lord's like, yeah, with the Eclipso power, I now have created a great America. I am going to share my gift with the world. And she's like, dude, you don't even know what you're doing. That thing is taking control of your mind. The Eclipso Gem, we've tracked it. The Eclipso Gem has literally been a part of every bad thing that has happened in the world. The Black Plague, the Spanish Inquisition, the witch trials, you name it, it's been there. And Lord's like, no, I totally have total control over this thing. Absolutely. And I'm thinking to myself, no, you don't. And surprise, no, he doesn't. So, yeah, Batman is literally like, meanwhile back in Bel Rev, he's like, look, we are boned, and the Suicide Squad's like, look, we can't just, no, we're screwed, if we're gonna go out fighting. So, Batman, alongside the Suicide Squad and Lobo, he unites them all, and he says, you're now the Justice League. And again, I was like, really? You couldn't call Ray Palmer, or Shazam was not available? I mean, anyone, really. There's more heroes out there. It's not just, you don't have to just instantly deputize the Suicide Squad. I'm just saying, Batman, you can just say, yeah, the Suicide Squad could help, but let me go call these other superheroes. I digress. Anyway, but yeah, I just thought that was weird. I know this is supposed to be centered on the Justice League and Suicide Squad, but really, Batman, you could have called some other people. You could have, a lot more superheroes. Anyway, so, like I was saying, surprise, Maxwell Lord gets taken over by the Eclipso Gem, and there's actually a great moment in here where Maxwell is showing Waller the world, and he thinks, oh, it's a world of peace, it's a world of harmony, and outside, Washington, D.C. is just everyone in D.C. is just killing each other right now. And Waller just bitch slaps Lord right across the face, and she's like, wake up, Max, look what you're doing. And he's like, oh, shit, what did I do? and that's when Eclipso takes over. The Eclipso entity takes over Lord's body, and yeah, that's when that's when you know that shit's about to go down. And he rallies the mind-controlled Justice League. Meanwhile, Batman and the rest of the Suicide Squad arrives. Batman, Lobo, and the Suicide Squad arrive there just in time to face Eclipso and his the mind-controlled League. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting end to this comic. I really enjoyed it. Again, I understand, yeah, it's it's Justice League versus Suicide Squad, and that's the main focus. But at the same time, I'm like, really, you couldn't call anybody else? Was Constantine unavailable? Was, Green Arrow? Anyone? Okay. Guess we're making the Suicide Squad the new Justice League for the time being. And yes, I know Killer Frost and Lobo do end up being here. And it's actually kind of fun that Killer Frost is the one who pretty much says to Batman, "You are not going to give up. We are not going to give up. We're going to take the fight to them. And if we die, oh well." And Deadshot's like, Batman tells him, "Look, you don't understand. They'll kill us and enjoy it." And Deadshot's like, "So? That's what we signed up for." So yeah, again, I've been enjoying this event, and I'm wondering how the end is going to go. Again, I know that this hasn't been like the best thing ever, but I've been enjoying it. I enjoyed a hell of a lot more than Civil War 2, because this knows what it wants to be. This knows exactly what it wants to be. It's totally unapologetic, and there's some fun moments in here, and it's cool to see Eclipso again, because he's such an underrated villain. He's so powerful, and he's so underrated. And it's really cool that he is the main villain, because, for those who don't know, Eclipso is like Spectre level power, is like at Spectre level power level. So, I'm going to be interested to see how this is going to go. Hopefully they won't, like, take him out with ease like they did well, they do say Dr. Polaris and one of the other members of the original squad escaped, but anyway, so Polaris is out there in space, he's hiding, but there are a few members of the original League of the original Suicide Squad, I should say, that did escape. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how this is all going to end. Hopefully it won't suck, knock on wood. But you guys tell me, what did you guys think of Justice League versus Suicide Squad, number 5 of 6? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? How do you think this is all going to go down? And do you think the Suicide Squad the Suicide League, I guess you could call them, can they fight Eclipso? We kind of know they already will, but let's see how that journey ends. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.